Hey, good morning. And it's a new week. We're right back in the bull pasture this morning. So, could be a good day, or it could be a really long day. But anyway, that's how we're going to start the week. We're missing 3 bulls. And so we're back out and we're hoping to find some fresh tracks and hoping the dogs will work and get these bulls all found and taken into town. With our bulls, the reason we gather them and take them in is because they have to be tested. Trick tested is what it's called. But it's a disease that they can pass, and our state requires us to do a trick testing on all of our bulls. And so we get them into town. We also feed them up pretty good and get them in shape for the breeding season, and then get them trick tested. And we turn our bulls out the middle of May is when we do that. So anyway, we're going to try to get those 3 today. Maybe we'll see what we can find. And then we are going to be headed into Johns Canyon to get the cows out of Johns Canyon this week. And that is a big job. And I can't believe that it's time to do that, but it is. So that's what we're doing. And so anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Also had lots of comments this week on dogs and lots of questions. And man, we appreciate those questions. Thank you. And thanks for the comments. We love the comments. And let me tell you what, we read every one of them. So thank you. But I wanted to just, if you're new to the channel, or maybe it's been a while since I've had these dogs out, I wanted to tell you what they are and who they are. That dog right there, brown dog, that is George. And he's 5-year-old Catahoula. And he's my lead dog. And the one right behind him, I call her Lou. And she is got some Catahoula and some cur and a little bit of collie in her. And this yellow dog right there, you can see, her name is Grace. And she's 9 years old. So she's pretty darned old, been around a long time. She is black-mouthed cur and just a fantastic dog, but she's getting old and really can't go much anymore. But let me tell you, she's been great. The other thing you're gonna notice, and you probably noticed last week, is she can't hear. She's old enough that she's kind of going deaf and she just can't hear. So when I'm yelling and telling her to get back, she doesn't even hear what I'm saying. Poor thing, but I'm gonna keep her going as long as she's willing to go. And this little black dog right there, I told you about her last week. I call her Bonnie, and she is hanging tree Catahoula mix. And she's young, she's 8 months old, and I don't know if she's gonna work out or not. Last week she did not make a sound. She didn't bark at anything. She didn't hunt anything up. She's good to follow and she'll be right with me, but okay. So anyway, and these dogs have taken off already. Grace is here, but George is gone. And that's kind of how this works. George just disappears and he'll hit a scent and he'll go. So I have seen a fresh track. He must be on that track. Anyway, I'm gonna sit right here for a minute, see if I can hear him bark.
Okay, I just step back and move the pickup?
Yeah, yep, I can hear him barking. Up here a little ways, they've got something. So I'll go see what's going on. Okay, well that didn't take long, but I only see one. Oh, there he is, okay. They've got one bull there. They're working on him, holding him up. I'm gonna call him back here in a minute. Back! Back! Okay, good job, dogs. They're working already this morning. All right, well, we're not too far from the truck even, about a mile. So I'm gonna let him stand for a second, and then I'm gonna head him to the truck, see if we can get him loaded up. Good deal. Good dogs. Good job, Grace. Good job, George. Yeah, that's a good dog. Man, he's got a good nose. All right. right, so while I'm sitting here letting this bull kind of calm down for a minute, I want to tell you our philosophy on dogs and cows. It just goes back to the old saying, if you have wild dogs, you're going to have wild cows. And so I like the dogs to find these bulls, but I do not want them chewing them up. I don't want them tearing out ear tags or chewing their ears off or biting too hard or anything. So over the years, what I've done is I've culled out dogs that bite hard and that latch on and tear stuff up. I've just culled them out. And so these dogs, they will bite a little bit, but they're not tearing anything up. We don't ever have them tear out ear tags or bite noses hard enough to, tear their nose up or anything. So that's kind of what we think on these kind of hunt and hold dogs. I just need them to tell me where they're at, and then we can get there and pull the dogs back and do the rest from there. So anyway, this little group of dogs I have now, they're pretty darn good at that. I'm gonna drive this bull up here, get him on a fence line that's up here on the highway, and head him back toward the truck. Okay, got him back to the truck and got the truck kind of ready to go. So we're gonna go put him in, and then we'll go look for the others. Hopefully, it's gonna go that easy, right? All right, got him loaded, and we are back on the hunt. I'm gonna head back down the country. There's a spring down here, some water in it that I'm gonna go check. That's where we're headed. Okay, check the water, nothing in the water, and come back out, and going down a long point, and my dogs they're gone. I saw George, he had his nose in the wind, and anyway, so I'm trying to listen and see if I can hear when they find something. But I'm gonna kind of go the direction that I could last saw them going. Okay, I can hear a real faint bark way down the country. So I'm gonna get on a jog and go see what we got. I tell you what, without those dogs, I would not be finding anything. Sure it's nice to have good dogs. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I bet they've got something down here. We'll go see. Okay, I've been going a long ways. It sounds like they're kind of moving, but I'm getting close. Hope they've got our last two. That'd be nice. Okay, they got one right here. Hey! Hey! Back! Come on back! Come on back! Back! Call them off and let that bull stand for a minute. They've been fighting a long time. Probably 20 minutes or so, so hopefully go over here and get this bull stopped and let him calm down for a minute, and then I'll try to drive him out. Come here, Grace! Grace! Hey, come here! The dog is deaf and she can't hear when I call her back. Anyway. Okay. Boy, there was tracks in there. I think there's another bull in here somewhere. As I was coming down the country, I could see some tracks. So, just wondering if maybe there was two and they got split up. I don't know. I'm going to stand here for a minute, though, and let him kind of take a breath, and we'll work on getting him back up the truck. Well, okay, now this bull is by himself, but he's on the fight. And I'm keeping a tree in between me and him, but he wants to get me pretty bad. Anyway, just kind of letting him calm down for a minute and take it easy, because there's no way I can drive him anywhere if he doesn't want to go. So I'm gonna just keep working at it real slow and easy here. Well, we're going in the right direction. I'm staying back off of him a ways, and I'm not putting him in a position where he can get me or anything. So, but we're going the right direction. So I'm just going to take him nice and easy, and hopefully he'll just go and not try to take me out. Oh, we'll see. All right, we're getting close up here. Oh, we're still a mile away, but I just got a radio call from Wayne, and he has our last bull. So if we can get these 2 bulls in the trailer, we have got them all. That's a pretty big deal for us. So I guess we'll keep our fingers crossed. I'm not going to breathe until they're both in the trailer with that other bull we put in. So anyway, we'll keep our fingers crossed. All right, time to go home. Hey, good morning. New day, and I'm down setting up some water troughs today. We're getting ready to move the cows out of Johns Canyon tomorrow. And if you're new to the channel, you probably haven't heard us say much about Johns Canyon, but it is a big, awesome, nice canyon, but it's way back off the roads, and oh gosh, it's probably 10 or 11 miles back in. And then we have to bring the cows out. And when we bring the cows out, there's not water along the way. And so I'm setting up these water troughs along here so that cows will have something to drink as they're coming out. We're going to leave them in this country for a few days. There's lots of really good feed. And so we're going to take our time. They're going to have little bitty calves on them, and we're going to take our time getting them out. And anyway, that's what we're doing. And so I'm setting up water troughs, and then I'm going to go get horses and get packed up, and we're coming back in. Okay, I got the water trough set, and I wanted to show you some pictographs right here. They're really cool. And I'll get up here a little bit closer where you can see them. Boy, the sun is not going to be good. Let me see if I can get a good angle. I think you can see the ones on this side. But the really interesting ones are around on this other face. Let me see if I can get up there and show you. Okay, it's kind of cool. You can kind of see there's 3 different like personages there, and a snake, and a couple of sundials, and then another personage over there. Some really interesting markings. I wished I understood better what these all meant, but they sure are cool. It's interesting on these 3 right here, how you've got 2 solid people and then one that's not solid. And then what's the representation of that snake right there? It's kind of cool. All right, better get back to work. Okay, getting ready to head into Johns Canyon. The horses are going, just waiting for Trayson and Taryn. right, getting the horses unloaded and ready to go in. So it's about 10 miles from right here where we start picking up cows, and you cannot pull a big horse trailer in there. So we've got to lead our horses a good bunch of the way, and then we'll put them in the old truck there. And
you don't even know if that one's gonna make it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We borrowed this trailer. We're gonna see.
We took it in there once, but the road's washed out really bad since then. So.
Gonna see what happens right now. So anyway, we're gonna tie our horses onto these vehicles, and then we're gonna see if we can make it down in there. Okay, we made it. We're gonna camp right up here. This wash. Just getting everything unloaded now, but we made it.
You're about to go.
That was pretty smooth. Oh. Got her.
All right, Taylor, your turn.
I'm gonna go right here.
Dude, that's on him this way in here. Yep.
Taylor's trying a different spot.
Why can't I remember where we crossed this line?
Yeah, I don't think there is a good spot to cross it. I think it's. Woo!
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Battle scar.
Did it scratch it up? Not too bad. Came off of that. Well, we made it into camp. Not very much light left, so now we'll start setting stuff up. We still got to eat dinner.
I'm hungry too.
I know. That took us a lot longer than I thought it would get in here.
All right, good morning. We had a good night's rest and we are ready to go, getting ready to go this morning. But as I do, I want to give a shout out to Canvas Cutter. They make these bedrolls you can see behind me, and they are just top. Waterproof, warm, they keep all your gear in them. You can roll them up, stick them on there. We haul them all over down in here, and they're tough as heck, and we just really appreciate those bedrolls. Let me tell you what, I'm gonna turn this camera around and show you where these guys slept with them. So you can see them, they roll up like that, but they also come with like tent poles inside, and they set up like a little one-man bivvy, and they're just super nice. And I have slept with mine in the cold, in the rain, and it just doesn't matter. Just a nice sleeping bag. So, helps us get a good night rest anyway. All right, we got breakfast going, and horses are getting ready to go today. We're getting saddles put on them. We stake them out like this, like they are right over there during the night. And everything went good, other than we had a few cows walk right through our camp in the night. But my word, this place is just incredible. This canyon is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful place. Okay, so we got Steve. He's been with us today, and great to have him. And Taryn and Trayson and Taylor with Canvas Cutter is here with us. So it's good to have him too. And Taryn is riding the new horse, and we're going to do an update today on him. He's still a little bit sick, but he's getting better. All right, we have got around all of the cows, I think. We've been clear back up in the backs of these canyons, and now we're going to start to gather everything up and head them out of here. Cows look good though. They've done really well up in here. Quite a bit of water too. I've been hitting water spots all through this canyon, so that's been good.
Got one calf on the horse already.
Come on, cattle. Hey! Well, all right. We've got everything kind of gathered. We think we have everything. We don't know, but we haven't counted them yet. We're letting everything stand and mother up before we head them out. They've got about 3 miles to go, and they've got lots of little calves. And anyway, we're gonna let them mother up, and then we're gonna start them out. How's your horse, Trayson?
It's good. He's tired. We had to make lots of big circles, but
This is Mesa. Mesa's, he's 4 this year. We've been riding him and he's coming along good, but he's just still really green. I'm gonna go up and get a report from Taryn. He's riding the new horse. I'm gonna go up there and get a report from him in a minute and see how that horse is doing. Looks like he's doing good. Been really easy and pleasant to be around. Acts like he's gonna be really good. Well, we got all the cows started. We got some little tiny calves and they are going slow. So we're just gonna bump them along here and gonna give you the horse report. So here's the update on the new horse. All right, Taryn. Taryn's been riding him all day. What do you think?
Oh, he's good. I didn't really take a bad step all day. Gets a little bit crybaby by himself, but
He's a little lonesome.
other than that, I mean, yeah, even through the rough stuff, did really good.
Real
Did
good.
really good.
What do you think, Trayson? Is he a keeper?
probably.
Okay.
Hopefully.
He's really, really nice. Great mind, great disposition. Just green. Needs some miles. So Trayson says he's a keeper, so we're keeping him.
That's inside that because I keep everything.
Yeah, Trayson, yeah, this will fill his addiction for at least 24 hours.
To the next one.
Okay, now we need a name. We don't have one yet. All right, we are almost through the gate. That is a great feeling. We did leave one cow down in there. It had a brand new baby last night, and I'll have to come back in a week or so and get her. But everything went good. Well, okay, that's a wrap. Got one more thing to show you. We had a little tiny calf here, and he's pretty much dog-eat, meaning his mother has quit him. And his mother has a bad bag, so she's not milking at all. And her bag is like really ugly. It looks not good. And so there's no milk. So this little guy, if we leave him here, he will die. So I throw him on the back of my truck. We're gonna take him home and take care of him. So anyway. Okay, back in the saddle shop. Kind of the end of the week, but wanted to show you progress we've made on the saddle. And I've got it right now sitting on my saddle stand, and it's got a drawdown strap on it because I'm holding the seat in place while it kind of dries and molds. And anyway, I'll turn the camera around and show you what I've done. And kind of the best way that I know how to do that is I don't have a pattern for the seat. I just, again, take that big piece of leather right there and put it on there and just start slowly cutting it out. And I'll make a bunch of different cuts, and I'll start by cutting just a little bit and then just work my way around. Now, I'm gonna be cutting a lot more than what you currently see here. Like, I've still got to shape a lot of this and get everything just right, get my edges all cleaned up and stuff. But this is just kind of how you start that process. And I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll set it back in here, and I'll wet certain parts of it and keep shaping it. But I got to get this piece just right. And so it's a 2 or 3 day process, and that's kind of what I've been working on this week. Okay, so here is what we've done. I take just a big piece of leather, and there's one right there. I wanted to show you how big this piece was, and it has to be a really good quality piece of leather too. That's it's thick, but it's still pretty pliable because this is going to get a lot of use. But you soak that. It's called casing it. I soak it and get it really wet, and then I put it in a plastic bag overnight and get it really good and pliable so that we can mold it and shape it. And then we put it on this seat, and we just slowly cut out and kind of custom form that to the seat. And hopefully you can see all that. I've got this drawdown strap on there right now, just kind of holding it in place. But I'm just molding everything and getting this big piece of leather to fit the shape of the seat. Okay, so next week, hopefully I'll have that all in and glued in, and have that all down where you can see kind of what the final seat is going to look like. I've still got some other pieces I've got to put in here, and a lot of just small things that I've got to get kind of tied together. But this is a pretty major piece in the saddle. And like I said, it's got to be done just right, and so I take my time doing the seat. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next week.